Oh, it's beautiful out here, man.
It is nice out today.
This is my weather.
This is fat people weather, yes.
Amen to that.
And people who like pumpkin spice.
Actually, one of my really, really, really super fit friends is the same. He likes it like 55 to 70.
70 I'm good with.
That's according to my truck, that's where we're at right now.
70 I'm fine. Anything really below that and there's no sun, fuck off. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martel, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
It's a beautiful morning.
It's actually afternoon. Like way afternoon.
Almost evening.
Pretty close.
We're getting there.
It's a late show today. There's so much shit going on.
You said you weren't doing nothing. Oh, no, you said you weren't leaving the house when I messaged you.
Huh?
About the bike riders. You said, I ain't leaving till Sunday.
Oh, yeah, well, I wasn't going over to that shitty part of the woods.
So you've been out and about, just not that way. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was up in Baltimore for a junior varsity football game this morning, and then over to the high school, just whatever, couple country blocks away.
So about 14 miles.
Not even. Less than 10. Just takes 15 minutes to get there.
It's all small, twisty, 1.5 lane roads.
For the most part.
Yeah.
No biker assholes, though.
There you go. That's a win.
And I honestly, I didn't read the article you sent me. I just saw Pickaway County. I'm like, oh, fuck, that ain't going to affect me. That's 2 counties away.
No, I sent it to you, and I should have said, hey, here's the route they're taking, if you want to know, because it listed every road they're taking.
Yeah, well, fuck.
And I knew if you got behind hundreds of them,
I'd lose
end
my
up in jail.
shit.
You would be in jail.
It would be...
I'd have to pay you conjugals for us to podcast.
It would literally probably end up being like a Charleston instance. I would have run just motherfuckers over.
And that's why I sent it to you. Like, hey, Martel, don't go near these roads this
I would have
weekend.
been pissed if I had not known about it.
I've not seen one. They don't... Now, when I used to live out with mom and dad when I was younger, outside of town, they would go down 104.
Yeah.
And they'd always stop. 22 and 104 is a BP gas station I used to work at right out of high school when I started college. And they would always stop there, but just hundreds of bicyclists. It was like the biker rally in Chillicothe, just Harleys as far as you can see.
That would drive me nuts, too.
It did, because you can't pass them. When there's about 100 of them, there's no way you can pass them safely.
Well, you can't pass them, 1. And 2, we've already discussed, I'm fine for exhausts. It's the dickheads that do the super loud exhausts.
Yeah.
There's no fucking reason for that. I don't give a shit. You can tell me loud pipe saved lives. You don't need to fucking just have an open right off the fucking block.
I would not enjoy riding that. I like a good rumble. I like a good muscle car rumble, motorcycle rumble, but when it's so loud, it just hurts your ears when you're 50 yards away from it.
Well, yeah, because you have to wear ear protection while riding
You'd
the fucking
have to.
thing. You can't get away with not doing it.
Yeah. Like my brother-in-law has a bike. He upgraded to, I think he put Vance and Hines pipes on his Honda Shadow. It's a 1300cc bike. Good rumble. Good sound. He started up right next to you. Doesn't bother me.
See, yeah. My dad's bike
that and
didn't
motorcycle
bother me.
radios. But Dad and I were at a car show last Saturday.
Oh, my God.
There was one Harley. There's a Street Glide or whatever.
Those dickheads with their fucking radios.
He went to leave before he even started his bike. He turned that thing on and cranked it, and I had to be 60, 70 yards from the guy.
Well, that's because...
And it was too loud standing there. I'm like, how? Why?
That music will carry past the motorcycle.
Oh, far past
Just it's a different decibel level, so it's
so annoying.
It's a different frequency. But that shit too. Honest to God, if you want to listen to music, put in fucking get headphones.
Yeah, put in some AirPods or whatever.
Get some earpids.
Earpids. Yeah.
That's the Buckhorn's branded version of AirPods. Earpids.
You can find them at Dollar General.
That's right.
What are you smoking there?
This is an El Centurion. God damn it. El Centurion. Jesus Christ. El Centurion.
You know what's nice about Drew Estate acids? I can pronounce all of them.
Yeah, they're all Drew Estate acid.
No, there's Cuba Cuba.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Blondie.
They had a bunch of fucking acids over there, and all I could think of was these all reek.
They smell so good, don't lie.
They don't, though.
They do.
Like, they did, and now I'm not... I'm not into the flavored cigars. Like, I just don't. Like, I'm not. That's just not something that I
That's fair.
enjoy.
I almost burnt my pipe. One of them.
Good luck keeping it lit.
No more problems than with a cigar. It's all in how you pack it.
Damn it.
Got to pack it tight.
Yeah, apparently this cigar sucks.
You're ashing all
Fucking-
over the place.
Ash is falling off. I mean, it tastes okay. It's not burning equally.
You got a loose ash.
Yeah, I do. Anyway. All right, you brought some stuff.
I did.
So-
well, I brought two, but one for this show, and then if we were going to do a mini show, I brought something else we could try.
Yeah, okay.
Neither of us have had either of these,
Well, I know the one we hadn't had. We talked about it on
and that's one we're going to do
I
for this
believe,
show.
the last show.
Yeah, one of them.
All right.
So yeah, I brought the Wild Turkey American Honey Sting.
It already gets a negative from me for being wild turkey.
That's fair.
I'm just not a wild turkey fan. I know people like it. It's just not my thing.
I'm okay with the 101. It's more of a mixer, but even I can't even remember the last time I had it. You know, it's not. It's readily available. It's like $22 a bottle. But
You mentioned mixer, and so I've been frequenting the whiskey forums on Facebook a little more, and someone said they what was it they bought? They bought something that you and I think is like, oh yeah, that's something I would go get. And I'm just going to use Old Forester 1910 as the example because I can't remember exactly what it was. But he's like, yeah, I just picked up some Old Forester 1910. I know it's a really great mixer, but what do you guys think?
awesome.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really a mixer, but
Hey,
cool.
we mix Blanton's.
Blanton's is a mixer.
Blanton's is solid. It's just not.
It is.
Let's not get into it for the umpteenth time.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm over it.
You sure?
Do we really need to beat off that dead horse?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean, it's okay.
Hey.
It's okay. Hi.
Honk, honk. I don't even know who they were honking at. They probably saw me and
Who knows?
yeah, it's like, hey, that's those Buckhorn Podcast guys.
Probably not.
We do have a new listener.
We do?
Yeah, so the second bottle I bought on Intrigue alone. And the lovely young gal.
So the problem is you buy shit on Intrigue and then
It's terrible.
it ends up being awful.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but it's good for the listeners.
It's not though.
It really is.
All it does is
I didn't like zombie Skittles, but we still get people talking about that to this
That
day.
was different though. This is something that you can. This is something you can control. Zombie Skittles you couldn't control.
No, but we knew it was going to
We
be bad.
did not know it was going to be that
Not
bad.
that bad. No,
We knew it was going to be
I'll
bad.
give you that.
We didn't know it was going to be you
will-
almost throwing up.
I will give you that. Yeah, I don't get sick very often. That tested me. But she saw it and she goes, "Huh, that's new." And I went, "Yeah, never seen it. That's why I'm buying it." And I said,
This is at the liquor store.
"Yeah, Shortstop in Circleville." And she was like, "Well, let me know." And I said, well, "I'm going to save it until we can review it on a podcast." She goes, "Oh, you got a podcast?" I said, "Yeah, we just blah, 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 just a quick rundown. I'm not wanting to hold up a line." But I said, "We actually just released, this has been a few weeks ago. I said, we had this show, it's titled Apple Bottom Jeans. It's number 213. And for some reason, it's doing really well.
I know.
It's like 500 downloads.
Well, it's not that high up, but
It was 480 something last night. 486.
but there were 100 downloads over the weekend of just every show.
Nice. But yeah, I told her, and then next week I go in there to see what they got. And I didn't, that was like a 2-hour long episode.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, our podcast topics are whatever we just want to talk about. She goes,
Now we're talking about you.
yeah. Now we're talking about you on the podcast. And she goes, I was listening to that, and I don't know who she was with, but they were like, who are these guys? And she goes, oh, I see one of them. He stops in every now and then. And I walk back in, though, and she goes, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And I went, good. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. Keep listening and tell your
'Cause
friends.
I thought that episode was hilarious, too. So, anyway, yeah, we can try this. I'm not sure. I've had the American Honey Wild Turkey. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's wild
same.
turkey.
It's just sweet.
Some of my friends really like the Jack Honey, the Honey Jack.
Yeah. Honey Jack off. I don't give a shit.
It's
I'm not a Jack Daniels fan. You can't convince me anything that Jack Daniels makes is any good.
No, I'm with you. I'm not a Jack Daniels fan. I can stand the American Honey. It's not something I would buy, but if somebody bought me a shot of it or whatever, okay.
I could turn my nose up to it.
Yeah, you can.
I could be like, hey, you really?
Throw it in their face.
Put it in my mouth and spit it in their face.
Even better. But yeah, I don't know how. I've never had the American Honey Sting. Apparently, it's got some ghost peppery crap in it.
Well, we're gonna give it a go.
Crack her open. Let's give it a go. Give it a go. Standard wild turkey square bottle
With the turkey behind it.
Yep.
With its red head. So this is liquor blended with bourbon, whiskey, pure honey, and ghost pepper. Not a ghost pepper or ghost peppers, just ghost pepper. Ready for the bottle pop?
Let's hear this cork. Oh, metal screw top. That's how you know you got a good. Oh, yeah. Snap, crackle, pop the top. You're going to spill that all over the place.
Probably. Oh, well. All right. Give me your Kenzie.
Kenzie Dram. I think I'm going to hate this. Yeah, that's good, probably.
Yep. Well, if we're going to hate it, we're going to hate it.
Oh, man. It has an interesting aroma.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and put the Bourbon Hunter logo out. Get a photo of this real quick. Because live editing on the show. Hooray. Wow, that is overly bright. Oh, well.
It's all good.
I'll fix it in post.
On the nose, it tastes. My nostrils taste it funny.
It's probably that cigar you're smoking. Making it taste funny. You got a flavored cigar with whiskey.
Yeah, I haven't taken a puff in a while because I want to kind of.
So
had you get me water or anything about it.
It smells like wild turkey, but then it almost has like a fruity.
Yeah, it's got something different.
Well, you can smell the sweetness in it, and to me, it smells almost like peaches.
I don't get peaches. I get a little of a peppers and cinnamon.
I don't get I don't get that either. Maybe a little like Red Hot.
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense to me.
I fucking hate Fireball, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We did the Fire on the Mountain. You were not a fan.
No, not a fan of that at all. I still get something sweet with it, though.
The honey.
Well, no, it's like a fruity sweet, like almost like a ripe peach. I still get that ripe peach.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think?
It's Fireball.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a mild Fireball.
I think it's Fireball, but not as candy sweet, more honey sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more mild. It's not
better than I thought it was going to be.
It's better than Fireball.
Yeah, I would say that. Matter of fact, I would buy this over Fireball.
Yeah, this I would do shots of if I was getting trashed with
Just getting white boy wasted.
Yeah, hot boy summer wasted.
It's not as bad as I thought.
It's okay.
It's $22 a bottle. What's the ABV on it?
I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't say right there in the front.
35.5%.
So 71
proof. You ain't getting drunk off this.
You're gonna have to drink a whole lot of it.
That'll tear your insides up.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like Fireball's low proof too. I think it's.
I don't even think is Fireball even considered a whiskey or is it more of a liqueur?
They call it a cinnamon whiskey.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, this does not go good with a cigar.
No, this is not. Well, you got a tobacco-y flavored cigar,
which is what it should be.
Okay,
just saying.
I'm not going to fight you on the cigar thing.
I know.
Of all the things we do argue about, I'm not going to do it. Look, you put whatever Phallus shaped thing you want in your mouth, and I'll put it in mine. I'll put yours in mine or something, whatever. However the saying goes.
I just don't need flavors.
The old adage.
They have flavors.
Tobacco.
Some of them have a
Backy.
spice and cinnamon and just natural flavors.
I actually don't hate this as much as I thought I would. I don't love
no,
it.
I don't hate it. I'm not going to go buy it. I know I'm not.
I will
gonna
not.
go
Yeah,
buy it.
I won't buy another bottle of it.
That's for damn
probably.
sure.
That's unless I'm buying it for somebody that wants to drink whiskey that is not a whiskey.
I will buy this
drinker.
to take to a party for other people
that's
to
what I'm
drink.
saying. Hey, throw this in your Coke.
Freezer.
I bet it'd be really good chilled, like super chilled.
You got a nice ball in there.
No, I mean like the Jaeger machines where it
Oh.
super
You
chills.
know, I
it.
would love to have a Jaeger machine, but I would never use Jaeger in it. I'd
No.
have to have it refinished so it wasn't Jaeger
Yeah.
on the outside.
At Meister's in Columbus, I found out they have a Rumpelminz machine like that.
I don't know what Ruppelman's
You
is.
would hate it. It's awful.
Is it black licorice?
No, it's mint.
I'm okay with mint,
It's.
but I probably wouldn't like it, to be honest.
I was gonna say I'll buy some.
No.
We'll put it in your freezer for a
fine.
week. It's. The reason I ever tried it is because somebody I know said, "Yeah, when all the big wig execs go out to lunch and they want to do a shot, they finish their meal and whatever they were drinking, beer or whiskey, they do a shot of Rumpelminz. Then you go back to the office and your breath smells minty.
Oh, minty alcohol.
Yeah, it's Listerine.
Logic. Yeah, I don't know that No, I'm out on that. Like, I don't.
I don't like it. I would buy it for us to try and review in the air.
No, that's a waste of money.
I will.
That's,
Dude, I bought.
but this you can hand this. You can pass this off to people.
I've got 6 friends right now that would take a bottle of Rumpelminz off my hands and thank me for it. They love it.
Really?
I hate it.
I've never had it, so I can't say whether I hate it or not. But
It's not something I shouldn't say. I've been out. Guy buys a round of shots. We're all doing Rumpel. I've done it. It's not
give me some of that Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. He's good. There was a bottle given to
get rid
me.
of that.
Somebody bought it and tried it and hated it. I stuck it in my freezer and waited for the friends that like it to come over, and then sent it home with one of them. Like,
Yeah,
it's not something that I enjoy. But if you like mint, you might love it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
if you
will
like
say,
black licorice, get some
yeah, ugh.
Jaeger. Ugh.
I used to like Jaeger bombs at a very, very brief point when I was very young.
I used to like redheaded
Jaeger.
sluts.
Nah.
That's Jaeger and some other shit.
Yeah, but Jaeger
I used
straight
to order
is,
them by the pitcher.
Ugh. Jaeger straight is just terrible, though.
Jaeger in anything is just terrible.
Well, I
at this
agree now.
point in my life. I am bougie as fuck, and I need high quality shit. I want that high quality alcohol.
High quality H2O.
So we did that. So okay, I give it it's a 1.5.
I'd give it a 2.
You're generous.
I am. But also, I like flavored stuff more than you.
You do.
It's not bad. I really expected this to be real,
It's not bad, but
real spicy. Like, I expect to be one of those, like that jalapeno margarita I sent to the Facebook thing months ago. That had it was watermelon, jalapeno watermelon.
yeah, I need to make some of those
It
at some point.
had a great watermelon flavor. It didn't taste candied and cheap. And then it really
It's
had
probably made with fresh watermelons and fresh jalapeno.
it was made with fresh jalapenos. I know that for sure. Great jalapeno flavor.
There's no reason when you're making a margarita to not use fresh ingredients.
No, it's so easy.
I mean, when I make it, I use fresh limes. And the rind and everything, just blend it all together. But I also use limeade mix.
Yeah, that
So-
works.
Speaking of, I've got tequila in the house. I got Terramana.
Never heard of it.
It's the Rocks tequila. It's pretty good.
Just on the rocks?
Just the rock. Not even the rocks.
Just on the rock?
Just
Body shots?
Yeah. Right out of his belly button.
Ooh,
So, yeah, I don't have much
I do.
to talk about, so I'm hoping you do, or else this is going to be a super short show.
All right, thanks for listening. We suck.
We don't, no, we don't suck. I mean, we might.
Don't sit here and bash our listeners again.
I'm not. Other shows suck, though.
Oh, there's a lot of shows that suck.
Yeah. There's a lot of shows that suck.
I got a news article I've been saving.
All right, do it.
It's actually a really old article, but I'd never heard it. Oregon man on meth fights off cops while masturbating in a bar.
How do you... what? Never mind. Go.
An Oregon man high on methamphetamine told police he had no recollection of the events that led to 15 officers arresting him for masturbating at a bar. Andrew Fry, 37, told officers with the Marion County Sheriff's Office, that's Oregon, not Ohio. Is there a Marion County, Ohio? There's a Marion, Ohio.
There's a Marion, Ohio.
He took the drug on Saturday and proceeded to have quite the weekend. And apparently, that's all. Everything else looks like a bunch of ads.
Awesome. Great story.
Oh, sweet.
That was a good story.
Oh, wait, see more.
Hold on, I might have something.
That's a weekly ad. I do have more than this article, but that article was funny to me.
Give me a tick.
Oh, here it is. Authorities were able to track it to Sunday afternoon where Fry, after refusing to pay a locksmith he called to his home, went to a local shopping center where an employee escorted him off the property. Fry then went to Iggy's Bar and Grill, took a seat, then exposed himself to a bartender, police said. Then he allegedly started to pleasure himself. Police were called to the scene, and Fry moved to the bathroom where he continued to touch himself. Hey, I've touched myself in a public bathroom before.
Yeah.
When peeing.
It's kind of what you do.
A deputy officer attempted to arrest him a few times and even used the taser multiple times, but it had no effect on Fry, police said.
Okay.
The deputy then got into a fight with the suspect and tried to radio for help, but it didn't work inside the restaurant. A dispatcher tried to radio the deputy for an update and realized communications were not going through. They radioed for backup and 15 officers descended on the bar and finally arrested him. Police noted it took several officers to finally get Fry under control.
Fry sounds like a party.
Fry said he took the drug Saturday and did not remember anything that happened since. He was treated at a local hospital and transported to county jail on charges of public indecency, resisting arrest, and theft of services.
Theft to services?
Theft of services.
What do you steal?
I don't know.
I mean, other than, his junk.
No clue.
All right. Well, hey kids, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Okay.
I do have some stuff here, and I'll read the title.
Okay.
And then before we get into the actual article itself. And because it's fucking fall, at this point, it's Halloween and then it's wintertime. So I want to try to do the next couple shows, just keeping them like, I don't know, Halloween-y themed.
Yeah. Works for me.
Okay, cool. All right, so a Swedish company has developed a burger that allegedly tastes like human flesh.
Dang it, IKEA.
Why?
How do they know it tastes like human flesh?
Oh, I'm sure that they had to taste some at some point to figure out what the taste.
You know what? I bet they caught in that Japanese cannibal that got away with it.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely Japanese.
Yeah.
That's the whitest blonde dude ever. No.
The whitest blonde dude ever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be the whitest Japanese guy ever?
But he's also blonde.
Okay.
No, there's a Japanese guy that killed a French woman in France, ate her, fled back to Japan, and then never had to suffer for it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude. We should do an episode on him.
Okay.
Yeah. Long story short, Japan said, you're giving us no evidence he did anything. And France is like, hey, you need to send him back. So he just doesn't go back to France. And he's done books. He's been on talk shows.
Talking about how he did this?
Yeah.
But they have no evidence, but he's sitting there giving everybody the evidence.
I'll have to go back and research it because it's been a while since I studied
Which is funny because Roman Polanski is in France, and France won't extradite him to the U.S. for touching little kids.
Yeah. Oh, that's another, yeah.
So, okay, France, make up your fucking mind here. What's it going to be?
Give us Polanski, and we will...
Oh, we'll send in SEAL Team 6 to go get the Japanese asshole.
Yeah.
We'll extradite his ass out of there lickety-split.
I'll have to research that and write up a little thing for...
Okay, so if you've always been curious about how human flesh tastes, but have the sensibility to avoid a taboo indulgence, why is it taboo?
To eat people?
Yeah. It's devil's advocate at this point. Why is it taboo? It's just like eating horse or dog here in the U.S.
I don't think it is, because I would say the majority of people, regardless of their beliefs in the afterlife, and I'm not even saying religious beliefs, I'm just saying whatever you believe,
Right.
whether you just go to sleep and don't know anything else, it cease to exist and rot or get cremated, or you believe something else. I believe that everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, the vast majority of people believe there's something that separates humans from any other animal on Earth.
Yeah. We just evolved because we have thumbs.
Yeah, there are some cats that have thumbs.
And bigger brains than monkeys. Which, who knows, we may not even actually evolve from
Technically,
monkeys.
there are scientific studies that have proven that we do have some kind of a quote-unquote soul that leaves the body at death.
Oh, yeah. They've
done weight
measured that
tests
in weight, and it's like
So-
7 grams.
I would say it's quite different than eating a horse.
Well, horse meat's purple, but it's supposed to be really good.
No, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to trying it.
I'd try it. Kangaroo meat's really good, too.
Kangaroo's freaking delicious.
Amazing. It's like venison.
Yeah, it's good.
It's just tough because they're so goddamn strong. All right, so the Swedish company Oomph, O-U-M-P-H,
Okay.
has a solution: a plant-based burger patty
I'm
made
out.
to taste like human meat.
I don't get... Okay.
So
Go
what's
ahead.
what's funny is, speaking of plant-based things, the jackhole that created the what is it, the Awesome Burger,
Impossible Burger.
that one, he just bit a dude's nose off in a parking lot the other day after a college football game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you should look up that article, too.
Oh, I'll find that was all over the place.
I didn't even hear that. That's funny.
Yeah. So they added
Maybe they asked him what human flesh tasted like and did a collaboration.
He was like, it tastes like this. It's slightly minty. Get your rumple and your human flesh burger, and no one will ever know.
Rumple burger.
So they added an additional modifier to their plant-based human meat burger, award-winning in the summer of 2022. The company received a Silver Brand Experience in Activation Lion at the Carnes Lions Festival of Creativity for their flesh-textured burger.
I don't even like hearing award winning anymore because the awards come from some BS conference or...
For the most part, yeah.
It's like Chevy talking about how many JD Power awards they get.
So
It means nothing.
Henrik Ackerman, who is whatever it is in Swedish, I don't know. I'm just going with Henrik Ackerman. The global brand leader at Oomph, there's an exclamation point after that name too.
Of course.
Had an answer: as a small brand, we need to be bold and ready to push some boundaries to break through, and I think this campaign is a good example of us just doing that.
You know what he's really doing? He's a serial killer that's just selling human meat.
Yeah, basically.
This is plant-based.
It's plant-based, and it's high in calories. So the plant-based burger, for anybody who doesn't know, is not good for you in any way, shape, or form.
No.
It's
The only thing it is meat
chock full
free.
Well, it's just meat free, and it's chock full of chemicals to give it that meat texture and that meat flavor.
Yeah, but then you feel good because no animals were harmed in the
I
making
don't
of
feel
it.
good about eating 300,000 or 300 calorie like just the patty itself was like 300 calories. A standard burger patty is like only maybe like 150.
Yeah, I was going to say 150,
I mean, it's
160.
not that. It's really not that much. It's everything else you pack on top of it that you end up getting like a 15,000 calorie burger that weighs 18 fucking pounds.
What if we open a restaurant called the Pattery Barn?
Pattery Barn?
Yeah,
Is it going to be the pitter patter of little feet running around and you eat them?
that's...
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Nope, it was just us. Nope, it was you. We served it
It
to
was
you.
you. We served it to you. So I'm not going to read any more from this. But the other than the fake meat itself was made from soy, mushrooms, wheat protein, plant-based fats, and a mysterious spice mix, a.k.a. Soylent Green.
AKA, it's people.
It's people. Yeah, I'm not trying this.
No.
I'm not trying it because it's a meat alternative fucking plant-based burger, and I'm not into that shit.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted a vegan burger or a vegetarian burger, I'll just get a black bean burger.
Yeah.
Black bean burgers are fantastic.
Yeah, I
They're
can get
really
down with
good.
that. But I also
But I'm not getting one of these fucking.
call it a black bean burger, and that's great. Don't call it a meat substitute. It's not. It's just a black bean burger.
Well, that's what they call it.
I know.
The Impossible Burger, they're calling it as a meat substitute Fuck those people.
Yeah.
Fucking PETA ass. Not the good PETA either. The people eating tasty animals, the bad PETA. The people for the ethical treatment of animals.
Yeah.
The ones that are always doing all the
Killing
crimes
the
and shit.
puppies
And
stuff.
killing. Literally, they kill more animals
Then
a
they help.
year than any kill shelter does.
Bacon.
I can't prove that. I don't have those numbers, but I know it to be true. That's my truth.
Hashtag my truth.
My truth. All right, so there's that. So if you really want to get adventurous, go to Sweden and get your ass a plant-based flesh burger, aka Soylent Green.
I'd rather have a plant-based fresh wiener to put in my mouth.
It's literally made of soy, and it's
Lint green.
Yeah, Soylent Green. Yeah. See what I did there? And then let's see. There was another one I had here. Did we do? Yeah, we did that one, didn't we? I think we did the 13 funny news stories that happened in 2021 from vagina-scented candles to state-appointed wizards. I think we did that.
We've done
we
that
did
one.
that one. We did that.
See, I delete my messages to myself or stuff I save after we talk about it because otherwise I'll forget.
This isn't like messaging. I need to
Oh.
remove that though. I keep them so that I can go back because I usually put recipes in here. Like the 6 best rums for whiskey drinkers. Seems appropriate.
Let's hit that.
So we all know that rum and whiskey are two completely different
Correct.
liquors. Whiskey is good. Rum is good. I like them both.
I would agree with that statement
Yes.
for myself. Yes.
Okay. So here are, and I haven't tried any of these. I did read through this article probably a month or so ago, and I don't think I've tried any of these.
Okay.
But these are, if you're looking for something different and you want to try a rum,
Rumpelstiltskin?
give one of these. No, that's mint flavored bullshit.
That's a line from.
That's literally like
No, Rumpelstiltskin.
liquid mint
Yeah.
in
It's like
alcohol form.
it's like a less thick toothpaste.
It's mouthwash. All right, so the first one is Coconut Cartel Special.
Never heard of it.
The price, and this is all from Cool Material, the Cool Material website. So they have their prices on here. It's going to vary from place to place. So they have it on here is at $39 per a bottle. It's the oldest rums in this blend have been in American white oak casks for 12 years, putting on par with some of the longer aged bourbons on the market. A heavy barrel influence makes a solid sipping rum, and while there are plenty of rums out there with impressive age statements, Coconut Cartel does one thing different. The spirit is proofed with coconut water. This fundamentally changes the flavor you're dealing with when mixing barrels and the tropics in the right ways.
That intrigues me.
That sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, I think that could be very good.
Yeah. Now, I was listening to Bourbon Hunters the other day, and Tyler wasn't on, thank God. But he had on Sam Shaw and Rudra from Middle West Spirits. Rudra is he's like one of the top guys over there at Middle West Spirits, and they were talking about stuff, and he said something about wanting to do a different type of show on the Bourbon Hunters that wasn't bourbon.
Okay.
And I sent dude a text. I'm like, tell Rudra I have the perfect platform for him for that. Because, well, you guys are the Bourbon Hunters, which means you've pigeonholed yourselves into just bourbon.
Yeah, you pigeonholes.
I can do whatever. So he wanted to do, I think it was either gin or rum. I'm
Why
like,
not both?
we can do that over here.
Yeah.
That would be a fun show. So, but he is, speaking of Middle West is the bomb, by the way. I went in again. I ran down to the liquor store on Friday, and I went like 2 hours after they opened. I didn't give a shit. But they still had bottles of Buffalo Trace sitting around. I didn't grab any. I have 3 bottles sitting inside, so I wasn't real concerned about getting a bottle of that. But they have now, we can get barrel bourbon in Ohio.
Okay.
And they're about $80 a bottle. And tomorrow I will get to try my first barrel bourbon product at the golf outing that I'm going to.
Nice.
But Anyway, I almost picked up another bottle of Middle West Spirits because it's just so goddamn good.
It's good stuff.
It's better than Buffalo Trace.
I would put them on the same shelf in my personal collection.
Oh, they're on the same shelf in my. Well, no, they're not actually. Because
I'm just saying the same
the
level.
Buffalo Trace bottle doesn't fit in the liquor
Well, yeah,
cabinet.
you got a pitch or a Buffalo Trace in there.
Well, I've got 2 big bottles and a small bottle, I think.
Jeez.
But they just don't fit in my liquor cabinet, or else the Middle West would be on a higher shelf than Buffalo Trace would.
Yeah, I like Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo
though.
Trace isn't bad. I just like Blanton's. I don't like the hype around it, and I think there's
Oh, yeah,
things
I'm not
out
gonna
there
fight for it.
that are better.
Yeah.
And I think Middle West is better than most of your daily offerings that are out there. So, all right, next one. This is the Real McCoy 12-year. There's a couple of compelling stories about where the phrase the Real McCoy came from, one of them being Bill McCoy, a rum runner known for delivering high-quality booze to New York City during Prohibition. This rum is aged in the Caribbean, and the tropic air has a huge effect on the aging process. Well, we know that from
The Oceans.
the oceans.
Voyage. Jefferson's Ocean.
Yeah.
Voyages, yeah.
So, the warm and humid air results in a loss to the angel share that is larger than what you might find in milder climates like Kentucky. That environment also means the rum pulls a ton of character from the cask faster than more tempered climates. And this one is a real cask nerd out there who loves deciphering the nuances of, that's just a writer's. So this one goes for $55. Now, I don't know if any of these are available in Ohio either because I did not look that up.
Gotcha.
But that one sounds kind of good too. That first one though, the Coconut Cartel.
Yeah.
That one sounds
I'm really intrigued by that.
really good. Appleton Estates, I know we can get here in Ohio.
Is that the next one?
That's the next one. Appleton Estates. This is their 12-year, so a rare blend 12-year. And if you know anything about rum, then you're likely familiar with the name Appleton Estates. The Jamaican rum can be found pretty much anywhere in the United States, and its full-flavored accessibility makes it the prime choice for people looking to add a little rum to their whiskey collection. This 12-year blends rums from a minimum of 12 years on Jamaica. Jeez, why? Who the fuck wrote this, and why is it written in this way? So here's the sentence. The 12-year is a blend of rums aged for a minimum of 12 years on Jamaica. Like, are they talking about
I'm thinking
on the island?
in Jamaica.
Or should it be... They should have said on the island of Jamaica or in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That doesn't make... I mean, I guess maybe grammatically is fucking correct. I don't care. Grammatically. The aging and quality selection means that you can expect flavors like baking spice, sugar, brown sugar, caramel, and coconut. So that's a $46 bottle.
That one sounds kind of decent, too.
That one sounds good, too. I just don't like the way they wrote that. My simple brain does not comprehend that properly. Zacapa. So this one's a $50 bottle. This is about as far as you can get from the island. The island aging of most Caribbean rum. Zacapa ages its rum in Guatemala, in the mountains at about 75,000 foot elevation.
Interesting.
That's super high.
That is.
That's over a mile.
That's very high.
That's higher than Denver.
The Mile High City.
Yeah. The wood is definitely still present in the rum thanks to the blend of rums aged between 6 and 23 years.
Jeez.
In a variety of barrels that previously held American cask whiskeys and sherry for vanilla and barrel notes. This one is for whiskey drinkers and sip it neater on the rocks. That one sounds good too.
Yeah, so far there's not one that I've gone, ugh.
No. Twisted Path Dark Rum. Now this one kind of sounds like that Mount Gay whiskey aged
The barrel bourbon
rum.
barrel,
Yeah.
whatever.
So Twisted Path finishes this rum in rye whiskey barrels, which is the subtle twist for the more common practice of finishing in bourbon barrels. So this aging drops more malty spice into the liquor to balance the natural sweetness. Extra layers of complexity make Twisted Path a particularly good addition for rum cocktails or to drink solo.
Solo.
If you're lucky enough, head up to Wisconsin to get yourself a bottle.
Nope.
I probably won't go to Wisconsin. I don't have a need to go to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I've got enough cheese here in Ohio.
Cheese. We got the Amish cheese here.
Yeah, we do. What is it? Sugar Creek? Creek Sugar?
Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah. They're a hip hop and they don't stop. Kohana barrel-aged Hawaiian agricole rum. I had to think about that for a minute.
Okay.
In the same way that different grains change the flavor of whiskey, different sugar canes change the flavor of rum. Kohana uses koki, an heirloom Hawaiian sugar cane, a rarity in the rum world. There is flavors here you simply can't pull from other types of sugar cane, and these flavors are further enhanced and the burn reduced by the rum's American oak rest period. The distillery also makes a rum that is aged in native koa wood for something that speaks to the Hawaiian natural resource even more. While also available in California, there's nothing like drinking Kohana rum on the islands. It's $45 for that bottle.
Make way for Kohana.
But I am not going to California to get a bottle of that either.
I'm not going to California.
Fuck no.
Period.
That place is a goddamn mess. California is quickly becoming a third world country.
California knew how to party.
Yeah, knew how to party. So,
the 80s and 90s.
That was. I'm interested. I may have to. I'll pull that article back up and see what I can find within. See if any of those are in Ohio. I may have to go buy one.
Oh, I'll buy one of them too.
They sound good.
You buy one, I'll buy one.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, that one. You said bacon, and I've been stuck on that ever since.
Bacon?
Yeah, I think it was like the third one or fourth one.
No, I didn't say bacon for any of those.
Did I just hear the word bacon come out of your face?
You did.
I thought it was like candied bacon.
No. Baking spice.
Oh.
Flavors like baking spice, brown sugar, caramel, and coconut. How the fuck would you get bacon out of rum?
Because you said bacon, spice, and I took that as two words. And I was trying to figure out candied bacon rum. Got excited.
Ugh. That sounds awful.
Candied bacon's amazing.
No, that's a good. Candied bacon rum does not.
I would try rum with candied bacon in it. Not candied bacon flavored rum, though.
Well,
No,
even rum that had a candied bacon flavor to it. Like, put the candy bacon in the rum, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like I pictured a mixed drink with one or two little short pieces of candied bacon. I just got myself all excited.
Yeah, you did, because that sounds disgusting. The other way. That's all I got.
I got more.
You got more.
Pour me a little of that on the rocks, please.
What, that American honey sting?
Yeah.
It's your funeral.
I want to taste it on the rocks, just like everything else. Thank you, sir. I will let that sit for a smattering.
Yeah, okay.
So this is a closer to us article, not local to either of us, but Chillicothe, Ohio.
The original capital of Ohio.
Yes. Man almost shoots himself in bar bathroom. And look at this dude's mugshot.
He looks like Beetlejuice from Howard Stern.
Not too far off. A man was arrested after accidentally firing off his handgun following a number 2. This is written by the Scioto Post, by the way, which is some guy just decided to start an online paper.
Right, which isn't a legitimate paper. It's more like the tabloids.
National Enquirer.
Yeah.
But it does report on things that actually happened. According to the Chillicothe Police Department, they were called to the Valero gas station at 61 North Bridge Street in Chillicothe on Wednesday when someone called 911 for shots fired. When they arrived, they were told by employees a man had walked into the bathroom after being a patron at the bar in the station. I didn't know there was a bar in a gas station in Chillicothe.
Really?
That's what it says.
Okay.
And that's not too far from me. That actually one of our sites is in Chillicothe. So I may swing by just to check it out. When they arrived at the bar in the station and gunshots rang out, he then left the bathroom and apologized for the shots and left the building. Officers using camera footage were able to determine this man's identity as Trey Beverly, 30.
He's got 2 first names.
He does. And issued a warrant for his arrest. A warrant for his arrest. He was shortly...
They're going to guarantee it.
It's good for 3 years or 30,000 miles. He was shortly afterward apprehended when he returned to the same bar. He came back to the bar where he just drunkenly accidentally shot his pistol in the bathroom after taking a dump.
The criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
I guess. But yeah, he was charged with using weapons while intoxicated and discharging a firearm on prohibited premises.
What the fuck is... Whatever. You're not even supposed to have a gun in a bar. Like, it's illegal, even if you have a concealed carry, to take a gun into a bar, into any liquor establishment.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Right. He's got caught, obviously.
Because he shot it after taking a dump.
I mean, how the fuck do you even do that?
I don't know. You have like toilet paper in one hand and the gun in the other with your finger on the trigger?
Like, did you accidentally wipe your ass with the gun?
Oh, that is unfortunate.
What's unfortunate is he missed.
All right, so I'm going to send, here's the last thing I have for today's episode, but this will be fun. I just sent you a Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to preface this, so don't start reading it yet. So this, I cropped you a small section. This was allegedly, it looks official, from the Department of Defense.
Okay.
Memorandum for redacted personnel from redacted. Subject: language in the workplace.
Oh, these are phrases I use at least every day.
And there's a method to my madness here.
Okay.
Because you only have a small part of it. So their first point has been brought to leadership's attention that some individuals are using language that is inappropriate in the work environment. Due to complaints from some of the more sensitive members, this conduct will no longer be tolerated. Point 2. Leadership does, however, realize the importance of open, honest communication between members. With this in mind, leadership has compiled the following substitution list. It is imperative that all members understand and memorize the list so proper exchange of information and ideas can flourish.
Okay.
So you're going to read yours. I've got both sides on mine.
Okay.
So you're going to read one, and I'm going to give the replacement.
I'm going to read the old phrase, and you're going to read the new phrase.
Correct.
All right. Ready?
Do you have both of them there? Or
No.
Okay.
I just says old phrase, and you said you're going to read the replacement,
okay, yeah.
so I figured it says news phrase.
You're
Just,
deductive reasoning.
I mean, that's sound logic.
You're a pretty fart smeller.
Jesus. No fucking way.
What you should say, Martell, Mom will love this episode. I'm not certain that's feasible.
Probably should. This one came out of my mouth yesterday. You've got to be shitting me.
Your replacement phrase is, really?
This one came out of my mouth yesterday, too. Tell someone who gives a fuck.
These are all conversations with your kids, weren't they?
No, these are all conversations at work.
Oh, nice. Your replacement phrase is, perhaps you should check with.
Okay. So here's an example of, hey, Martell, this thing didn't work. Ask me if I give a fuck.
Of course I'm concerned, ...
Okay. What the fuck?
You missed one.
Oh, I did. You're right. So, hey, this isn't linking to the right page. It's not my fucking problem.
What you should say, Martell, is, I wasn't involved with the project.
I think I followed that up, actually. It's not my fucking problem. I'm not the developer who created it.
Oh, so you did both. You got both bases covered.
I did, and then I followed up with, what the fuck?
You should say, interesting behavior.
Yeah, that will never pass my lips on.
Especially if you're angry.
When I'm questioning something. This usually comes out of everybody on my team's mouth. Fuck it won't work.
You should say, I'm not certain we can implement this.
Yeah. This one I know has come out of my mouth with the development teams I'm working with. Why the fuck didn't you tell me sooner?
What you should say, Martell, is I will try to schedule that.
No, that doesn't. No, that doesn't even.
Doesn't quite have the same gusto, does it?
Not even the gusto. It doesn't even make sense. When the fuck do they expect me to do this?
Here's a reply you're going to love. What you should say is, perhaps I can work late.
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
And what you should say to that one is, are you sure this is a problem?
He's got his head up his ass.
The proper phrase should be, he's not familiar with the process.
All right, so I'm going to go through the 3 levels of this.
Okay.
Eat shit and die, eat shit and die, motherfucker.
What you should say in that situation, Martel, is you don't say, excuse me, sir. That's what they are.
No. What the fuck do you want from me?
The proper response should be, they weren't happy with it.
Well, they can kiss my ass.
What you should have said there is, so you'd like my help with it.
This one is my favorite because I think I've said this in other terms, but it was the other way around. Fuck it, I'm on salary. And I responded actually with, fuck it, I'm hourly. Let's go.
What you should say is, I'm a bit overloaded at the moment.
Shove it up your ass.
The proper phrase should be, I don't think you understand.
I've never uttered "this job sucks" out of my mouth, but I have said, what the fuck is wrong with this company?
Instead of this job sucks, you should say, I love the challenge.
Who the hell died and made you boss?
It would be more polite for you to say, would you want me to take care of this?
Yeah, blow me.
I see. That one was a response to your...
Another fucking meeting.
Oh, you missed another one.
Oh, blow yourself then.
First off, I can't. But you should reply with, do you see?
Another fucking meeting.
Yes, we should discuss this.
Yeah, well, I really don't give a shit.
What you should have said there was, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Yeah, he's a fucking artard.
No, he is a bit confused.
No, he's not. I fucking told you so.
And the last one, the phrase you should use is, I mentioned this once before.
Oh, I fucking told you because I mentioned it before.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that.
good. I like that. But
And I figured you'd have a heyday with those. I was like, this just sounds like Martel talking. The
Yeah.
whole left side is Martel talking
the whole left side is a conversation.
in and of itself.
Yeah. No fucking way. You got to be shitting me. Well, you just better go tell someone who gives a fuck. Ask me if I give a fuck. It's not my fucking problem. Those all can happen in the short span of just that right
In
there.
one convo.
Not even a convo. In that 5 seconds.
Just in one short email.
That's a paragraph. It's a haiku.
It's a fuku.
All right. All right. So, American Honey Sting. I am not going to recommend that anybody go out and get this. But
Way better on the rocks.
well, of course it is. If you want a better alternative to Fireball or Jim Beam Cinnamon or whatever the other ones that are out there, this is a better alternative to that. But I cannot recommend that anybody go out and buy this.
For once, even though I do like sweeter and I do tend to like flavored or infused things, I agree. If somebody said, I want to get into whiskey, what's a good one to start with? I would not recommend this.
I wouldn't consider this.
If somebody's just drinking Fireball and I'm trying to get them away from it, this would be a transition.
Yeah.
If they want to transition to another gender and get away from fire, this is way less candied tasty,
Yes.
not as sweet and syrupy,
Right.
like a cough medicine.
Right. That's what I think. I like that better. Like if we were putting this up against Fireball, this would get a 5 and Fireball gets a 1.
Yeah, but
Like-
put that up as a whiskey in and of itself.
No.
1.5 for you.
Even a flavor. Like and some flavored whiskeys are good. This one just doesn't. I mean,
Yeah, like I said, it's not.
Virtual Cane Ginger. That's literally a flavored whiskey.
Love it. This doesn't hold a candle
No.
to Virgil Cane. This would definitely be a 1 compared to the ginger.
Well, fuck yeah. This is like a -5.
But yeah, I'd say if you like the cinnamon flavor, I do taste. It tastes like a more natural honey and more natural sweetener.
Yeah.
If you want something like that, go ahead. It's $21.99 a bottle, available everywhere pretty much.
I mean, they should be giving it out when you buy a bottle of actual whiskey, but
It's like one of those free samples, but it's a full bottle.
it's a full bottle. Yeah. So, all right. Instagram. Well, just Instagram.
Yeah, Insta.
Yeah. I mean, I've been posting stuff on Instagram or
I
trying
mean, you
to.
can still Google us.
We'll
Just send you to the podcast
Yeah.
or Instagram.
Or Instagram. I mean, it'll do whatever. Facebook. We have the lounge, which for some reason we still have a ton of members in the lounge, but only like 2 people posting. So makes sense. So if you want to be a part of the lounge, you got to hit us up because I hit it. It's closed, and you have to know somebody to get in.
You need to ask us permission
Basically, yeah.
to be in our super secret cool club.
But I'm gonna probably start kicking people out. I thought you were gonna run it.
I'll start kicking people out. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll kick everybody out except for people I know for a fact listen.
Yeah. I mean,
And Patrick, because he'll listen when he's on.
Corey posts stuff all the time in there, which I enjoy.
Corey's
Thank
been
you,
giving
Corey.
us much love. Thank you, Corey.
He genuinely just loves the show.
He's our biggest fan now.
I think so. I think he beat out Mo.
Yeah, I definitely think he beat off Mo.
So, and they live close to each other.
That's why I think that.
Yeah, they don't live too far away from each other. So anyway, whatever. I'm Martel. He's Randy. We're out.
Bye.
Deuces.